Islam recently said that you act like a bad guy. You try to do too much in interviews. The crowd is going to be on my side because nobody likes my opponent. We will make him humble. Do you factor in what the crowd is going to be like on Saturday night? Do you not really pay any attention to that?
I couldn't care less. Ahead of my fight with Bilal Muhammad in Qatar, I walked out to booze. Go back and listen to the audio 30 seconds into the fight. Let's go, Gary, let's go. Dude, this sport is a pantomime. I couldn't care less what people think of me. What I care about is becoming the champion of the world and proving that I was right. That the dream I had as a 16-year-old kid growing up in Dublin, Ireland, I've fulfilled that dream. What anyone else thinks about me, it's irrelevant. My little boy is going to be front row. When I win that belt, I couldn't care what anyone else on this planet has to say about me or thinks about me. I want to see his smile. I want to see him and my wife. I want to give him the biggest cuddle I possibly can and say, Daddy did it. That's all that matters to me.
So Ian Garry just called it a pantomime. He admitted what I think we've been suspecting. And quite possibly, Ian Garry is an evil genius. And he's not a beta. You know what I was thinking the other day? That he's an evil genius. He's faking all of this. He's not even a vegetarian. He probably goes home and smacks his lady around. He probably goes home and he acts like Sean Strickland. And he's fooling everybody. And I think he's quite possibly getting into the head of Islam Makhachev. And I think he's doing kind of like an antichrist kind of, you know how like sometimes to really offend and get in people's heads, like with their faith and stuff like that, you kind of flip stuff on his head, like Marilyn Manson status, like the upside down cross and stuff like that. You know how they always talk about like the 72 virgins? Is it 72?
69.
I think that Ian Garry is doing the opposite. Because instead of having 69 virgins, doesn't it seem like he has like the energy of 69 virgins? He has like a 69 virgin energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that maybe he's trying to catch Makhachev off guard.
I think he wants Islam to have sex with his wife. With the towel on her head.
Smile.
You're on camera.
I smile. Look. He act like he bad guy, try to do some too much interview, talk some bad, you know. But I know this. He's a humble guy. If not, we will make him humble. I respect all what he has, you know, all his skills. It's a different weight division, big guys, you know. I feel this division have a real contender, you know. That's why I have to be focused and training more. I'm gonna try to follow him, catch him, you know, take him down. Everybody know my game plan. It's gonna work again. I think the crown is gonna be on my side because nobody like my opponent, you know.
Do you think the crowd? I wonder who is the crowd gonna cheer for? What do you think?
Where is this gonna be again?
It's so funny.
I should know this.
It's gonna be in Philadelphia.
It's in LA, isn't it? Philadelphia.
Yeah. Philadelphia. It's interesting. Who's going to have the home field advantage? By the way, to those of you that don't know, UFC 330 is this weekend. It's headlined by Garry and Makhachev. And that'd be funny if like no one knew what we were talking about right now, right?
I think you are I think you're being a little, as they say, tongue in cheek here. Mm-hmm. Because I think Philadelphia is a Muslim country.
Is it?
Am I correct? Is it?
I think Rocky was a Muslim. Yeah, I think you're right. Rocky Balboa.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, the great Muslim boxing champion.
Because his original name was Cassius Clay, and then he changed it after he teamed up with Mickey.
Mm-hmm. It's true. And Adrian always had that burqa on.
and her brother was very protective. Dang, do you remember when he threw her turkey out into the street? That was crazy.
I'll never forget, man, as a kid, I saw Rocky 3. This is going to date myself. But I was a young lad going to see Rocky with my dad. And that's like the only memory I have of me and my dad going to the movies together. It was always with other people, but my dad said, hey, I'm going to make you a man today, and we're going to go see Rocky 3. And I'm sitting in there, living in America. I'm like, oh, look, there's Apollo Creed. He's dead! And I've been traumatized ever since. I was like, what is this, man? This is crazy. Yeah, who the hell's going to be the favorite? Who's going to be the favorite? I mean, not favorite. I guess the fans are probably going to go Islam. You're probably right. There is probably some sort of Muslim following that's going to trickle into the press conference.
Wait a minute. I think I would be remiss if I didn't say, I'm pretty sure you're talking about Rocky 4.
Is it Rocky 4?
Where he gets killed by the Russian, right?
You're right. It was Rocky 4. You're correct.
I was already anticipating the comments, and I said,
right.
We can't let them get away with this.
I was just trying to trick everybody and see if they knew. You're correct. It was Rocky 4. Holy shit, that was Rocky 4. Oh, my God. Wow, I got to go back and watch them again. They're all mixed together. It's all like one long movie.
Good thing that you bring that up. We will be watching every Rocky movie in sequence on our membership page.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Should we have members? Guys, do you want to be a member? Let us know in the comments. Maybe we should do that. I keep on seeing the emails. Hey, wink, wink. YouTube keeps sending us emails. By the way, you could have members. Yeah. They just keep sending it. It's like we need that 30% of your membership, so make sure you activate it. Anyway, maybe we should. I don't know. Let's see if the community wants to do that. Yeah, so I'm looking forward. So this week, by the way, we have Contender Series Tuesday, tomorrow night. Thursday is going to be this press conference. And what do you expect? I mean, it's going to be a lot of, I guess, Islam going, smash, you cuck, You think he's going to call him a cuck at the press conference?
I don't think he can. Do they say words like that?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I'm not sure if he's allowed to say stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess they don't. You're not allowed to curse, right? Is it like you never really see them curse? Can you curse?
I don't know what qualifies as bad words for them, because I think typically you're not supposed to. But, Khabib has that very famous, like, this is number one.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, obviously they do. So I don't understand what falls into that. And then you got to consider different territories. Mm-hmm. Certain things are like, you could get killed for doing this in certain countries. Like certain things, like this is a bad word in certain countries. Mm-hmm. So it's like I don't know. When it comes to words, I think it's even more subjective.
It's funny that you say that. I was doing a live, and as I was doing it, I got a prediction correct, which happens so much. And I pointed to the sky, and I said, Inshallah, right? In celebration. There was a gentleman that's a big part of my community. He's been around for a very long time. And he says, that's the last time I'm going to see you do that. I'm leaving. And left. And then I proceeded to go on about a 25 to 30-minute rant on how much of a pussy that guy was. Which might have been inappropriate. But I don't know. It just set me off. And I just went off on the guy. And
he was a big part of your community?
This guy, yeah, he's a donator. He's like this and that. And it's like,
stand when people do that. Like, he should have already known, like, right? We've been in it together. I get it. I know who you are.
It's not like I'm going to go fucking start praying on a carpet or anything like that, or go, riding a goat around the neighborhood. Like, I'm not going to do any of that stuff. It's just, I like saying inshallah. It's just fun. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what it means. I don't even know. Like, inshallah. I have no idea what inshallah means, but I just feel like sometimes I just want to point up and say inshallah. No reason for it behind it, really. But yeah. So just warning, just be careful. Don't ever say that in public. Some people might leave.
Dang it, that bothers me.
It makes me want to root for Islam even more. It's just like it's like
the religion or the
both. Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't understand sensitive people. Like I don't understand. Like if someone says something, it's like ah, you know, it's like I mean, have a little fun, loosen up a little bit. It's not like I don't know. I mean, I think there's much worse things that could be said. But yeah. So I got to be careful with saying that. Have you ever said that on stream?
No. So I'll be honest with you. I don't think I have. I don't think
like in an impression or anything like that, or
like now what kind of impression are you talking about?
like say if you're doing Khabib, right? When he was doing his thing and trying to imitate him in some sort of way, or
oh, you mean literally just like his voice? Like,
yeah.
No, brother, I cannot do this, brother.
Yeah,
Just like a voice even? Like,
yeah,
no,
like,
I will not sell you Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. And
yeah.
I'm not even doing it like, because I'm not like an impressionist or whatever, but every once in a while when you're trying to tell a story or talk about a certain fighter, you kind of just go into like out of sudden, I manifested this. Like you just go like naturally. It's not like here's part of my show. I do impressions. I'm not saying it like that.
You mean you don't do impressions for donations?
Not typically.
What do you have to say now?
Oh, okay. Just curious.
Every once in a while people will ask, but I feel silly doing it.
Dance, monkey, dance. Yeah.
I will say this. I have somebody in my life that it's become trendy for one reason or another. And they started saying, what's the word? It's like Wallahi or something. It's like the Islamic way of saying like, oh geez, some kind of significance of saying like, oh my gosh, this is gonna drive me crazy. I hate to do this in real time.
Okay, take your time.
But it's like
what I'm gonna do is, as you're looking for it, I'm gonna just show Charles Johnson.
So okay, apparently when you it's like a trend. It's like it's like a trendy thing that's happening right now. When people like remember back in the day, people say, "Hey, say swear." Like, you know, are you serious?
Oh,
like,
okay,
hey, you know, this my friend did this. Nah, you're lying. Say swear. So now people are saying, say wallahi. And that means I swear by Allah.
Oh, really?
And I had to tell someone in my life, don't do that. Because of, you know, my faith and beliefs and thinking that I won't go into what I think that's doing or invoking or who you're really swearing by when you do that.
Yeah.
Because that's not important in this context.
But then you could lie, though. If you swear to Swallahi, whatever, that means you could lie about it, right? Because you don't believe it.
I guess that is a loophole.
Yeah.
That is a loophole. But I guess I'm trying to get in the beanie of the guy that got mad at you.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like someone that maybe has a certain type of fervency for their faith, their religion, for their country or whatever, like to get that heated. And the closest I could get, I guess, is me hearing that and being like, whoa, you know, we don't do that. But I mean, in the context of, I mean, with all disrespect, Moss, he's watching the MMA holds.
I know, that's exactly my argument. Yeah.
Did he think he was attending mass?
That's
like,
what I was telling him. I was like, well, yeah, after this segment, we're all going to eat the Eucharist together. It's going to be fantastic. I mean, and I was trying to tell him, I'm like, man, if I make this point a lot, if I exclude certain things in humor, then I kind of like, I'm ruining everything that I'm doing. Like, I want to make everything equal. Like, I want to make fun of everything, goof on everything, just poke fun at life, you know, just have a little bit of fun. I don't want to isolate certain things or this I can and this I can't, because then it's like I'm going to eventually offend someone. But if I make fun of everything and just laugh and joke around, I feel like everything is pretty much on the table and we all kind of get how ridiculous what we're doing is, right? And when people are insulted by, like, if I was personally insulting you as a person, then sure. Yeah, I mean, if I'm coming after you and your mom and your kids and whatever, okay, yeah, all right, fine. I get it. But I mean, I wasn't even poking fun at his religion or any of that stuff. I just said, inshallah, after a pick. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I did ignite in flames afterwards. I don't know what that's about. But once I hosed myself down, I felt a lot better. I don't know. It was just weird. It kind of stuck in my head. It was like, and then I'm like, afterwards, like I shouldn't be saying this. I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna say it. What else is going on?
You gotta get on the members tab to see what
let me yeah, we should do that for like years, just promote memberships and not have any memberships. Like just be like, yeah, just become a member if you want to get that. Wait, how do I find it? Oh wait, we didn't activate it.
There's just there's this growing need for the membership tab. We won't do it. All we want is the buzz for it.
By the way, big thanks to honorable mention ARJR was that a super thanks. Oh yeah, and I got to send you the I think $12 or $15 that we got split between us. Send me your PayPal and I will split that up, of course.
I also want to tell the community, in case I wasn't able to connect with some of you. We didn't talk about this, Moss.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to let some of the community know that I was joking last week. We are not doing an 80-20 split. we are doing 50-50. Me and Moss are on decent terms, and everything is down the middle. He is not taking advantage of me. Everything is well.
Were people actually buying into it?
I had some questions in the chat.
The tyrant.
And people just want to make sure everything's all good on the up and up.
Oh,
and
okay.
it is.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine.
But people, look, and I know we're kind of derailing here from the MMA talk a little bit, but I think that's why people come here, for the derailment. And I just want to let you know, because I don't know if I've expressed this to you, Moss. There have been people in the chat talking about frequenting the MMA host community and just liking the atmosphere, and that we do have a good, healthy crossover and a good dynamic here. There's just some real cool people out there that are being very supportive of us.
Yeah, it is nice to see like two communities cross over and kind of just support each other, and I don't know, it is cool to see, because it's not something we're really familiar with, since we're kind of antisocial.
Yeah, if you would have told me years ago that me and Moss would be crossing streams, I would have laughed in your face.
That's right. We're looking for Gozer and Zool. That's a Ghostbuster reference. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah. So I want to know your excitement level for 330, because a lot of people are kind of shitting on the card, and actually people are just shitting on everything altogether. Like, for instance, last week's card, I saw a lot of people shitting on it, and maybe I wasn't shitting on it because I had to sit through PFL on Friday. I don't know why I torture myself with that. Oh, wait, this is the next one. But PFL did an event. I don't know if you were familiar with this. Brian Battle fought the guy that was banging Dakota Decheva. That's how I know him.
I didn't even know that Brian Battle wasn't in the UFC anymore. I saw that, and I was like, when did he leave? That guy was entertaining.
Because the weight miss. Do you remember when he missed weight, and the UFC's like, get out of here, man? They were basically like... Yeah, so then he went to like dirty boxing. He did it. He fought in PFL, lost, right? He fought Johnny Eblin. Johnny Eblin's a beast. Lost to him, and then he had another fight on Friday against this guy who's like, he's like a bully looking dude. He's like a jacked up, chiseled, handsome fella that's banging Dakota Decheva. That's all I know about him. But yeah, almost kind of lost that fight. Like, it went split decision. So Battle almost went 0-2 in the PFL. So his path back to the UFC is it's kind of rocky, to be honest. Which is a shame, because he was hyped in the UFC. Like he
cut some good promos too. I like hearing that guy talk. He was a character.
This dude goes to a decision, and it was so boring, right? Like, incredibly boring. And then gets on the mic and is like, "The Butcher said, I'm not going to lose a fight in my hometown. Am I right?" No, he didn't do that part. But anyway, and the crowd's like, yeah, we were all booing. I don't know if you remember, Brian Battle. We were booing the entire 3 rounds. But the Butcher...
I would bring that guy back to the UFC just for his voice. I remember the first time I heard him talk, it was like the first time I heard Anderson Silva talk. It was like someone was throwing their voice. It was like, is Jeff Dunham here? It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like his mouth goes sideways. You're like, the Butcher. Like, I don't know, he gets stroked out. Like, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? All right, we're doing it. We're doing a skit. Okay, cool. I agree, though. I do like that because you're waiting for it. It's like, okay, the butcher's back. It doesn't matter if it's a shitty decision. It's like even if he loses, he grabs the mic. The butcher just lose the fight.
He has the same confidence as Michael Chandler.
Oh, man.
They must have had really supportive parents.
Yeah, you got to root for the former fat kids. You know, like the former fat kids that get like the Khalil Rountrees. They're just fun to root for, you know? DC. Oh, wait. He's still fat. But anyway, this event happens, and I don't know, I just keep seeing people complaining, like on X, and I saw this one guy say, "Hey, I'm losing it for the UFC." It's like, bro, we got a numbered event next week. Chill. Like, I understand Billy Quarantillo's on the card. The damage is hilarious. The fact that he even gave him another fight was the funniest shit ever. But I mean, yeah, listen, like, you know, we had a friend that lost it, so it is what it is. But I mean, I was entertained, you know, like it ended with this Sal killed. What do you think about this Sal killed kid?
I think, man, I don't know what it is. I have a hard time, like, he seems like he's become undeniable, and he's going to keep climbing. But for some reason, I think he's boring.
Whoa.
Or I don't know what it is about him that, like, I don't dislike him. I'm not trying to be a hater, because there's guys that are easy to dislike that I don't like. I'll talk papas about. But something about this guy just seems so vanilla. I don't know. He just doesn't.
All right, you know what it is? It's when he got on the mic and he's like, "Oh, just give me anyone in the top 5." It's like, bro, what the fuck? Call out Charles Oliveira. Give me something. I mean, I think that was my one complaint that I had with him. But I mean, you look at the dude.
Because it's not the fighting. You're right.
He's a beast, man.
I think, I know a lot of people act like they don't want that. This isn't WWF or whatever. But you got to create some kind of buzz. You got to talk some kind of trash. You got to give us something to talk about and look forward to. Because, I mean, we see guys get cut all the time that are winning, that are undefeated, and nobody cares unless you start saying some crazy stuff. And I don't know. There's probably a bunch. Everyone here probably loves them and they're excited. I don't know. I haven't been able to get excited about the dude.
Yeah, because the guy's on a 4-fight finish streak, right? And they're all in the UFC, and they're all first rounds, right? Like that alone's like pretty impressive. But it is true. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but I could see him being forgetful. There's something that is just it is like a little bit. Like, I mean, maybe it's just because when he got on the mic, he didn't cut a promo or whatever. But I will say this. Even in the lead up, like coming out of the Contender Series, I was sold with this guy because I was looking for that Australian fighter that I was like, okay, this is going to be my next Robert Whittaker. I've always been a Robert Whittaker fan. And Sal Killed seems like he's the next thing, right? But he's finishing fools left and right. The only problem I have is, like, just stick the landing. You know, you just got that big finish. I mean, finishing Gamrot, there's only 2 people that submitted Gamrot, and one of them is Charles. So I thought it was a no-brainer. You submitted Gamrot, call out Charles Oliveira, even throw the BMF belt out there and make it interesting, even though Charles pulled out of the fight with Arman. It just seemed like it made sense. And he's like, I'll take anyone in the top 5. It's like, bro, you kind of missed it. You missed it there. Maybe that's why they put him in the Apex. It's just a shame that he didn't stick the landing with that. But other than that, man, I don't know. Like in lightweight, there's not many guys I think beat him. Like, I mean, he's quite the problem. He's a puzzle. He's very solid on the ground. He's got heavy hands. He's got a chin. He's got acne scars.
So can I share something with you, Moss?
Yeah.
His last 3 fights, Gamrot, Dariush, and Malarkey. Gamrot has lost 3 out of his last 5. Benil Dariush has lost 3 out of his last 5. Jamie Malarkey has lost 4 out of his last 6. Like, whoa. This dude, they're doing him like Paddy Pimblett. They're giving him the Paddy Pimblett, the Sean O'Malley treatment.
So you think he's a little overhyped?
I mean, everybody's talking about these finishes and the way he's done on first round and all this, but it's like.
But his hack press, like a guy like hack press, not like he's a champion or anything like that. I don't think he's ever lost in the first round before. Has he? And Gamrot's only been submitted once in his career. Gamrot's like a gatekeeper. He's not a champion. None of these guys are champs. And Dariush, yeah. I mean, finishing Dariush, I mean that seems like a pretty easy thing to do these days. But I mean, like, yes, Jubilee, another one, the Indian complete train wreck. Yeah, you could look at this and say, yes, this guy's not a champion. But I do think that there is an allure. There's something like, okay, well, give him something new. Give him something new. Let's see, like, who else can he do? Like, they kind of pushed him up pretty quick. Now he's like top 5, which is crazy that he's in the top 5 so fast. Man, there's no
even Hack Prast. He's beating a bunch of guys that were losing records.
Yeah. Well, Nasrat's another guy that he's what's it called? Let's see. Rabovics and Jared Gordon, another Malarkey. It's like they just keep throwing Malarkey at these guys. Lost to King Green, lost to the great Dan Hooker in 21. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely discredit some of his ride, but the allure, there's something, I don't know, man. Like there's something. We'll see. He's gonna be thrown to the wolves now because he's going top 5, right? So now, if you think about it,
he's at 6 right now.
Let's see. Is the new rankings up already? Let's see.
Oh, it's Monday, huh? So right now he's number 6 on the media, the meta one.
Okay, so let's see. They moved up to 6. Yeah, actually they moved it up pretty quick. So yeah, the media one, he's on 6. So you got ahead of him, you got Patty, Holloway, Charles, Armin, Ilya, and of course the champ Gaethje, right? So now we're talking.
Patty would be a good fight.
Oh yeah. See, I think this though. Like I think Patty, you got to do Patty Ilya. Like that's got to happen, man. Like what are we doing here? Like Ilya comes back, he fights. I mean, I know Ilya's trying to lobby to fight Gaethje again. Like his manager's trying to do that. Nah, fuck that. Throw him Patty. And then, like, if you look, I mean, I say 2 of them really stand out. Sarukian's already taken. You got Holloway, who's going to wait until next year. And Charles is probably going to be the one that's on the table. Man, I would love to see Charles versus this dude. That shit would be fire, man. Because now you got 2 guys who can grapple. And Salkild and Charles got some pretty heavy hands, right? Like, you got that stupid BMF belt, if that's even a thing anymore. Man, Salkild, dude, doesn't really go decision much. So I think
Salkild.
I think he knocks out Charles. I think he knocks out Charles, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he does. I think he will knock Charles out.
I think Charles is just stubborn. He has those electric hands. He has some of the best grappling submissions, but he's stubborn and he'll go toe to toe when he's not supposed to. Mm-hmm. He goes toe to toe and tries to prove a point, and then he ends up getting caught. So, yeah, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility at all. I just think the missing thing for Salkild, he's getting these opportunities that Pimblett got, that O'Malley got, but it doesn't seem up to this point like he's capitalizing on it the way those dudes did. Those dudes know how to cut a promo, how to talk trash, how to get people to like them and say crazy stuff, doing all their silly dancing and all that, whatever, podcasts. This guy hasn't seemed to take advantage of that part on the mic. So, I don't know. You would think someone would be in his ear. It seems like UFC is getting more and more like entertainment these days, and there'd be someone from like some kind of entertainment branch part of the UFC like, hey man, can you turn it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Can you, when you get on the microphone, can you excite some people? That's part of MMA now, like it or not. They have to keep that part engaged.
It seems like, well, that's why they brought in Nina Drama, right? They brought her in to basically be get their social media going, sell themselves, market themselves in a way. That was like the original plan. And it seems to have worked for Merab and Strickland. I mean, I guess these guys are more presence on social media and more. I mean, Strickland's always been crazy, but a guy like Salkild is missing that for sure. But I guess if you keep knocking guys out in the first round, there's no way you're going to be able to deny him moving forward. Charles needs to learn English. Like, it's like, what are we doing, man? Like, I understand learning languages is tough. I only know one, but. How many languages do you know besides Pig Latin?
Just the English.
Yeah.
Just the English. Yeah. I was long story short, Pocho, no sabo kid, Chicano.
Okay.
So, I wasn't born in the depths and raised in Mexico.
Okay. Did your
I'm a
parents speak
Chicano.
Spanish?
Yeah.
They do. Okay. And have they tried to teach you, or they just wanted to raise you?
It was at that generation and at that time, it's like, we're here now. Just speak English.
What's the point?
Yeah, there wasn't even really an effort.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever thought about learning Spanish at all? Or wow, that looks crazy. Pick that up again.
Oh yeah.
Wow, what size is that? Holy cow, that's like the biggest I've never seen. That's like 12 gallons of water right there.
This is I wanted a whole gallon. I think it's a half. It's 64 ounces.
Wow. Unbelievable. That's impressive.
No BPA.
What's in there? Vodka?
Nah, just water. Boring, flavorless water.
Mine looks like, man, you got the girth.
I don't know if you want to do this right now, Moss.
Oh, god damn. This should be the thumbnail right here. Like my disappointment. Oh, man. That's crazy. Mine's falling apart. Yeah, so so is it because of the BPA? Is that what it is? You don't want the plastics?
I've been doing a lot of research lately. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get in the shape of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I am working on my movie. And I am going to have some gratuitous full frontal nudity. I'm going to be I'm going to get ripped.
Nice.
And I wanted to make sure I'm not putting any unnecessary plastics in my body. So
what kind of routine you've been doing?
I've been going back and forth a little bit. I'm a little embarrassed to say this, Moss, but I was going back and forth with the AI. Okay. And I got a program formed that is basically like a Bruce Lee type of routine. Okay. To get into that kind of shape.
Like slim, like muscular, or like a lean?
More lean. I've experienced both things throughout my life, being like super, super lean and a little more cut, but then going in my phase where I love to eat and then just getting super thick. And I love how I felt when I was lean. It just feels good to be light and feel springy.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I've been doing the Cindy workout. I learned this from Tom Holland. Tom Holland is doing Spider-Man. You know, the Spider-Man guy.
Oh yeah.
He's doing he got shredded in that freaking Spider-Man movie, and he said he was like doing that Cindy routine, and it's like
that like Pilates? Or?
It's like sucking dick or something. Like I don't know. Anyway, it's
What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now?
Anyway, no, it's it's so simple. Like it's a 20-minute circuit of just basically you do 5 pull-ups, you do 10 push-ups, you do 15 squats, and you just try to fit as many as you can in 20 minutes. And it's just basically like the Mecca is like 20 plus circuits of it.
Oh yeah. I do that too. That's my warm-up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my workout.
Cindy. I didn't know it was called Cindy.
You warm up. That's me. That's my full-blown workout. That was me 20 minutes today. Like, but yeah, it's like called the Cindy.
Why would they call it Cindy?
Also, there's a routine that Michael Chandler put on Instagram. Okay, and it's a shoulder routine that I want to start getting into as well because I've never really worked out my shoulders, and I've always had I've had 3 shoulder surgeries and a broken collarbone. Right, so you think, hey, idiot, wake up and try to toughen up the shoulders a little bit more. Also, it looks cool, right? If you have cool shoulders. So there's a Michael Chandler routine on Instagram. I won't play it now because it's like people get turned on. He's with his shirt off, the whole deal. But he's like, you want to get Boulder shoulders, you know, like in his Michael Chandler way. He's like all like sweaty and it's like shirt off. Like, oh, you want to get those Boulder shoulders. And if you can get past that nonsense of his WWE delivery, it's actually pretty good. Like it's a nice little circuit of shoulder exercises that he runs through. And he's like, dude, do it at the end of every workout. And he's like, you'll have Boulder shoulders like me. The thing that stood out to me was he never had a shoulder surgery. Now think about this. Like everyone's shoulder, like if you're an athlete, if you're anyone that's like active, eventually your shoulder's going to go. If you're not,
that's one of the big things.
Yeah. Like mine, like I said, I had 3 fucking surgeries. So he said with this routine, you strengthen the muscles up around the area where it protects everything, and you won't even have to worry about any of that stuff. And he's not even lifting heavy weights. He's like doing like 15, 20-pound weights, whatever. And he goes through this routine. Dude, I did it a couple times. I was like, holy fuck, dude. Like, you feel the shit out of it. And it's just like shit we've all done before, just, following each other. So I urge everyone.
I was going to say, but I didn't want to sound kind of, I noticed you weren't even quite fitting in the frame today, so.
No, I only did it. I only did it once. Twice. But no, dude, like, I'm going to show up one day and I'm going to look like a fucking action figure. But
like
no,
you got one of those Laura Stanko power suits on with the shoulder pads.
But yeah, like, I don't know. As you get older, though, like, I don't want to look like a fucking Hulk. Like, I just want to be fit. Like, I just want to feel healthy, right? That's where my mindset is right now. It's like I want to get rid of the bloat and just.
Just don't do a Michael Chandler ab exercise. Or you're going to end up with like that distended belly, like that belly on belly. Yeah. I don't even know how to describe what that dude's got going on.
It's age. It's like what Rogan has too. It's like when we get older,
that's true.
Like, it's like bizarre. It's like that bloated 6-pack nonsense. And it's just like your digestive system. And then again, he's on the roids too, right? So like, I think the roids kind of does that to you too, where you kind of get
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about doing a cycle of that stuff? Like testosterone and shit?
No, I don't even like protein shakes.
Really?
That kind of stuff freaks me out. I want to be as like natural as possible. I can't even like just like I think we've talked about this before. The same as like alcohol or whatever. Like I've always been like I don't want to do anything. Like the thought of anything altering or affecting or changing like my body freaks me out. Like because I don't know if anything's gonna end up being reversible or just stuff that's out of my control. Or so I couldn't.
It's so true. Yeah, a lot of these protein drinks, like if you're not reading the ingredients, it's loaded with all this nonsense. Like if it tastes good, chances are it's bullshit. It's like you're just putting nonsense. There are some protein drinks though that are like all natural whey and super clean.
I'm just paranoid. I'm sure they're good. It's just like a mental thing.
Yeah. I give it to the kids now. Like I try to substitute instead of giving them cookies and cake and shit like that. I'll blend something up, throw a little protein in there, and they're fucking jacked. These kids, man, 3-year-olds, just fucking.
They're doing that Cindy.
They're hitting the Cindy. I tell them, I'm gonna go do the Spider-Man workout. I'm gonna be shooting webs soon.
That sounds way cooler instead of Cindy.
Spider-Man. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, we probably just bored everyone. But yeah, let me know in the chat. Actually, are we far enough in? Well, we'll wait. We'll wait a little bit. When we're a little further into our production here, we'll have you guys do the secret word. Hint, Cindy. Anyway, by the way, they've been doing a very good job on that. So to circle back around, I was talking about the last event because there is this still grumbling of UFC fans pissed off about the event coming up this weekend. There's always like this I'm noticing that it's never going to stop. And it seems like the complaint is there's no more superstars. That like everyone's just like it's boring, it's lame, it's just a machine that just keeps going, which I guess if we weren't covering the sport, we might start feeling that way. Maybe we do feel that way. So I want to get your perspective because when you look at the card on this Saturday, I could understand the argument of it not being a good card. I totally get it. I think we have a little bit of an advantage because we get to go live and we get to have all these people hang out with us and it's this whole thing and they donate to make us feel better about ourselves and it's a great thing. But if you're just Joe Schmo and you're like, okay, am I going to take a night off with the family and go watch the fights? Jillian Robertson versus Mackenzie Dern's not getting me going, right? Unless you're going to,
Okay. Here's my take. I say it all the time, and it's tricky because I've noticed the same trend that you're noticing. It seems like more than any other sport, I guess, I feel like it would look like to outsiders that
I'm coming.
Oh my
sorry, it
gosh.
just threw me off. Good.
Oh my gosh. I feel like MMA fans are like, how do you even explain this? Like MMA fans are the only fans of a sport where all those fans hate the sport that they like.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like everybody that talks about it is annoyed with it. They all dislike it. And every time they do talk about it, it's criticizing it. And I've said it's gotten to the point where it makes me want to just be proactive and be like the positive guy and just make videos and be like, man, this card is actually pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. Look at like, it's just so negative all the time. It's like wanting to force me in the other direction. And I agree. It is getting harder to identify and root for big, consistent stars. But then I think my favorite era of UFC ever that I could watch over and over again is like UFC 1 through 10, where it just looked like these random guys who just came out of a bar, off the street, out of their kung fu dojo, and it was like watching Mortal Kombat. That is like the most entertaining thing in the world to me. And those guys weren't superstars. You know, who's Taylor Tooley? Who at the time, who's Royce Gracie? Who's Ken Shamrock? We know them now, but we didn't know them at the time. But the reason that was exciting and entertaining is because it wasn't yet a sport. It wasn't watered down. There wasn't rules and regulations, and where certain things are, you know, pressing the action, certain things are forced. You're getting this guy out of this situation. Now, I'm not saying I don't like when fights get stood up or taken off the cage, but I'm just saying the way that it's evolved, and you have so much, you know, you got the hands of the commission and the referees and stuff in there. I feel like it's been diluted, and I think I'm fine with watching no names if they fight UFC 1 style. But when you have the sport, what it's turned into, you have to have something to balance that out and get you excited about it. Otherwise, we're watching college basketball. Like, who are these guys? It's just another basketball game. There's nothing riding on this. There's no drama. I'm not invested. I haven't seen their American Idol story. I don't know why I'm rooting for him, why I don't like him. Like, if there's none of that, then who cares? And it's only because it's been watered down and turned into a sport. It wasn't a sport. UFC 1 wasn't a sport. But now we have to have stars and drama.
UFC 1 was basically like the band that was playing, you know, the local circuit, and it's like, that's my band. And they were running around playing all the dive bars and this and that, and then all of a sudden they get the big management company, and they've quote unquote sold out, and now they're playing.
Now
arenas.
they're singing "We All Live in a Yellow Submarine." It sounds like it could be on Barney, bro. What are we doing?
I mean, that's probably what it is. Now, I do have the luxury. Did you? Okay, so here's a backstory with me. I got in late. Like, I liked Strikeforce. I was a big fan of Strikeforce. That kind of got me into it a little bit. And The Ultimate Fighter was like Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva. Those guys like really got me into it. And what's it called? The Ultimate Fighter that really got me was Bisping and Mayhem Miller. I liked Bully Beatdown and that shit. So that era kind of got me like interested in it. And I started from there and then had to go backwards. A lot of people in my community are basically UFC 1 all the way to 330. It's crazy how they've just evolved with it. So I can kind of understand the people that were with it from the very, very beginning and seeing the evolution to where it is now and getting kind of saying, okay, it's kind of played out. It's kind of stale. It's not what I used to love. Totally understand that. And I stick with that. Now, I ask you, when did you like really start getting into it?
I got into it around Strickland versus Drickus 2. I'm joking. Look, Moss, you're putting me on the spot here, and I'm uncomfortable. You are exposing me right now, and people are gonna call me a casual.
But I'm exposing myself too, because if you think about it, like Bisping, Mayhem, like that's not like there was a lot before that, you know. Like Chuck Liddell and that stuff wasn't even a thing for me.
You are right. You are also exposing
Yeah.
yourself as well. We are both exposing ourselves on the membership tab. So I think that okay, to be honest with you, I am. You know why this makes me uncomfortable, Moss? Because I am the pristine. I am the template. I am the most cliche casual.
Mhm.
You know, when I started watching MMA,
Please tell me Connor.
the first, what's that?
Please tell me Connor. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Yeah, you will earn so many more points if you just say Connor.
The first MMA fight that I sat down and watched was Connor versus Nate Diaz 1.
I was at that event. Holy shit. I was in the building for that. Holy fuck.
That
was the first time you ever watched it?
Crazy fight to be at. That was I remember before that, people would try to get me to watch MMA. They'd say, look at this, look at Andrew, the spider.
Mm-hmm.
And they would show me, and I'd be like, dude, he looks gay. He's just rolling around, hugging it. He's wearing yellow shorts. They couldn't find some black shorts. He's wearing, look at his voice. Like, I was just finding all these different things. And then, chocolate down. And I'm like, this is dumb. Dude, I just saw The Undertaker jump off the cage. They're just hugging on the ground. Like, this ain't even exciting. I just saw Stone Cold Steve Austin run over someone with a beer truck. You're trying to tell me to watch these guys hugging? And then they would be like, oh, you know, who's the next? Tito Ortiz. And I just didn't care.
Same.
Every time I saw it, I was like, this is boring. Okay.
I'm in the same boat.
Let me tell you something, Moss. This is dirty. This is gonna get real dirty.
Okay, Gary. Don't worry. No one watches this anyway. Go ahead.
I started my channel doing the Mexican martial arts, doing instructionals, teaching people how to actually defend themselves in the streets, not just in dojos with compliant partners. So my channel was started with trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And do courses and demonstrations. And then I would talk about things like judo, karate, taekwondo. And then I started to realize I need to talk about big things and events that are happening in the community that people are actually typing. And I started to do some marketing, I guess, try to be business minded about it. I need to make things that people are searching for actively. And Conor McGregor was like the biggest up and coming thing in the world of sports at that time. So then it was like, I guess I got to cover this fight. So I forced myself to sit down and watch this thing that I had no interest in. And I thought, I don't even like this MMA stuff. And I thought it was entertaining. I had been kind of doing my research leading up to it. And I was watching as much footage as I could of this Conor dude.
So
and I thought, I can't stand him.
I got a question.
And
so that card was not a good card. Like it was good from the co-main event. Like it was crazy because like if you look at it, like it wasn't Nunes and Shevchenko on there. There was a lot of shit fights.
So I showed up just in time to watch the main event. I didn't even want to see the whole event. I didn't even want to have nothing to do with it.
If you watched that card from the beginning, you might have never actually kept going. Like you might have just stopped there and said, "What the fuck." Think about that. Like, if the stars didn't line up and you didn't just hate watch Conor McGregor and watch El Chapo and him lose, and if you couldn't get past the fights in the lead up, I think Gian Vellante was on that fucking card. But anyway, you might have never kept going. Like, you might have tapped out right there.
Quite possibly. I don't know if that was a Conor pun. Quite possibly. The only reason I forced myself to do it was because I thought this is the way I have to try to get some traffic. And then, you know, if I would have tried to force myself to both watch and cover the whole event, I probably would have been bored out of my beanie trying to make content about it. But because I specifically just did it about the main event and it got way more views than anything else I had ever done, then I was like, guess I got to talk about UFC now. And then I just never stopped.
Wow, that's crazy, huh? Look at
what
that.
I really want to do on this channel is discuss things like horticulture. I'm not even, into UFC.
That's
I'm just trying to
fascinating.
figure out how to get back there.
I feel like we both had nice little revelations to people that didn't know. But I think that's good because there are so many people that just watch this sport that just came in during COVID or came in after. You know how many people in my community now tell me I started watching because in COVID, nothing else was on? There are so many fucking people. And to think back, I'm like, I got in this late, you know? And then I'm like, holy shit. Like, it took them, they've only been watching this. Well, now it's like 6 years since COVID, which is fucking crazy. So they're even vets, you know, watching it since COVID, which is fucking nuts to think about. But I see a post like this, right? And this is what kind of brought up the conversation. Did you see Spider-Man yet? Did you see the new Spider-Man?
I did.
And what'd you think? Yes or no? Good. No spoilers, please. I didn't see it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. You liked it.
I'm not trying to be dry about it.
Okay.
It's just I absolutely hate spoilers, so I'll just say yes.
Okay. Good. Thank you. I appreciate that because I really want to see it. So this guy puts out this post. This guy Liam, nice guy on X, right? He's pretty active and he's been posting a bunch of stuff out there. He puts, I can feel myself gradually losing interest in the UFC. Okay. This post has 3.2 million views on it. It's got 34,000 likes and 1.8 thousand reposts. Okay. This quite the fire. And I was looking at this and I was like, okay, I don't know how long Liam has been watching, but if I had to guess, I don't think Liam has been around since UFC 1. I think he's kind of did what we did, where we went backwards. Like we got in whatever the fighter was. And he's saying I could gradually feel myself losing interest in the UFC, right? This has been a conversation that's been going on for, I would say, probably, you know when I started noticing it? Like after COVID. I feel during COVID was kind of one of the golden times of the UFC. There's like little pockets within the UFC where it really shined. And to me, dude, COVID was the shit. It was like Fight Island and you had the Apex.
COVID.
Dude, it was great, man. Those fights, you could hear every crack. No one was in there. It was kind of like a blood sport type thing again, where people were just going there fighting in front of like kings. Like it was like Zuckerberg was in there and like no one else. You know, it was just like this weird ass thing. But the fights were fire and it was a good time. And then once COVID ended, and then all of a sudden, like they kept it at the Apex and, you know, they started like COVID kind of was great and shitty at the same time because it iced the big names. Like Conor McGregor wanted to fight and they said, no, we're going to save you for an arena. They kept pushing that back and back and back. And next thing you know, Conor wasn't fighting at all. And the superstars were iced out. And COVID was the transition into the UFC being a full-blown machine. We can have fights in our own Apex and this and that. So there was a massive shift since then. And I understand. Like when it's like next week, another fight's going to roll out. This is in Philadelphia. The card's kind of but you know, the main event's pretty interesting. But is it interesting to the casual? Islam Makhachev versus Ian Garry. You walk down the street, you ask your dentist, like, hey, what do you do for a living? I cover the UFC. You excited about that Islam Makhachev versus Garry fight? They'll have no idea. But if you say Conor McGregor, everyone's like, oh, yeah, that's cool. You're covering that Conor fight? That's cool. Ian Garry versus Makhachev, the dentist doesn't know. The fucking grocery bagger doesn't know. The guy that's pumping the gas has no clue. Like, doesn't give a shit. Unless you're if you're in the sport, you understand why it's good. In any other sport, you don't have to educate the fans. There's a basketball hoop and there's a ball. And there's this new team with new players that you kind of understand what's happening here. With the UFC, you constantly have to educate people into saying, okay, this is the new star that's going to beat up the other guy. And if you're not educating them and these casual fans don't know about these fighters, they're not going to give a fuck. So I get it. I get why people aren't into this. But if you love the sport already, is it worth falling out? Like, is it really falling apart? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm jaded.
Moss, do you think that it's too late for us to transition to basketball?
When you said transition, I was like, wait a second.
Well, that would get us more views as well. Yeah, I think so. What do you think it is about basketball, about football? Teams.
Yes.
You got the Jets, you got the Lakers, whatever, across the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the main thing that people cling to because of teams, because of names, is geography? They identify with it because that's where they came from? Or that do you think that's the main thing, or do you think it's player first? and maybe it changes from generation to generation or whatever.
I think kids, like when I was a kid, I would idolize the athlete and have the player's name on my back. Now I don't even want any players on my back. I root for the jersey. I'm a color guy. Like basically I bleed, red, white, and blue, or orange, blue, and white, whatever my team colors are, I go with that. Like if I'm a Mets fan, I die with the Mets, right? With the UFC, now you're invested in the fighters. And I guess if you don't give a shit about the fighter, like you're not going to be like, well, I'm American Top Team guy. I'm a Extreme Couture guy. Like,
yeah, because I'm trying to figure out what is it about the sports that are thriving that people cling to. Like, I remember when I was a kid, it was like, oh, I'm a Dodgers. Oh, I'm Giants. And it's about like, when you're that young, maybe it's just about who your dad likes or something, but a lot of people get this pride because of where they come from. I guess what I'm trying to say is it seems like they root for who they root for because there's some kind of connection. And I think the only way for you to get that with MMA, because people aren't going like, oh, Jackson Wink. Oh yeah, I'm from Arizona. No one's doing that.
Yeah.
They
though. They should do that. And like that global fight league that's happening, like apparently they're actually going to have an event, which sounds comical to even talk about. But that's the idea, right? Global Fight League has teams, and you buy the jersey, you root for the team, you root for your state.
They have a jersey?
Dude, they literally are doing teams. Like when I spoke to the owner of it, right? It still sounds like a scam, but if they could pull this off, it makes all the sense. And why hasn't this been done? Like, why can't the UFC have teams? Like, why? I mean, these guys are already fighting in gyms and shit like that. They've done it in the Ultimate Fighter where they had this gym versus that gym. Why can't they market that shit? Because that will help. That will help people start become allegiance to teams and shit like that.
I think that would help, because without that, you'd have to have dozens and dozens of Josh Hokits. And I think for the most part, and I know this sounds kind of insulting to people who are doing this, but I think for the most part, these dudes that get punched and kicked in the head for a living probably don't have the capacities to do what Josh Hokit is doing, and definitely not as well. So it's like, okay, if they're not able to do that, because you'll get people like Colby Covington who give it a shot, but they just coming like super unlikable and not even the kind of heel that people want to watch. Like if you're a good enough heel, people want to watch you and they want to watch you lose. I feel like Covington became the kind of heel that people didn't even care to watch about or care to watch. I personally like Covington. I think he's a good guy that was just playing the game to try to not get fired, but I never found his character that entertaining.
Same.
But anyway, I think that's the way to go, the teams.
Yeah. I tell you what, and maybe this is, I don't know, I'm more invested because we have channels created around it. So the community keeps me engaged with the sport. I probably would take off certain fight nights. It probably would happen. Before I made the channel, I never took off. I would watch every single card and whatever, go to events and the whole deal. But as I have kids and I'm older, responsibilities, things are going on, like I'll miss an event, this and that. But now because I have the channel, I'm invested in this. I understand why people are losing it. And I was thinking about this. If there weren't content creators, if there weren't YouTubers covering the sport of the UFC, I think the UFC would die. I think it would completely die because the UFC is relying on us and all these content creators out there to keep the community engaged. We need to survive by making content. If we went dry, the UFC would be dead right now. I think, and honestly, and this might sound like a crazy thing to say, but think about it. Wipe every YouTube channel and every content creator off the map. Say it does not exist, and you have traditional media and this product of the UFC right now. They would have to find a way to get those superstars again because we're the only thing that's keeping it alive. And when you see a post like this with Spider-Man in the rain and you're seeing 3.2 million views on this, right? Like clearly there is a screaming out of the fan base that maybe is not plugged into a community that just loves watching the fight saying UFC fix this. You know? So like it's a weird thing. Am I excited about this event this weekend? Hell yeah. But I'm excited because I know when I wake up Saturday morning, the Dragons are going to fucking fly. You know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, we're going to fucking ride. And if the event sucks or if it's great, we're going to enjoy that together as a community. You wipe all that shit away. You wipe the Mexican martial arts away and whatever, the gurus and whatever. You wipe it all away. This sport is not the same. You know, the UFC is like using us as a tool to market. They're lazy with their marketing. They do it embedded, and what else are they doing? Sometimes they don't even have a press conference. They're relying on us, you know?
So there's two things. We should either go on strike.
Yeah.
And get some contracts. Or we need to go under that Spider-Man post and spam the heck out of our videos. So that people can know, hey, this is why you're bored. You haven't found us. Come to our channels.
Watch the MOS and JESSE show. Actually, if you guys could help us out in the chat, that would be really or the comment section. That would be a lot. That would be great if you could kind of put in that underneath over there, or spam MJ show out. You know, wherever the hell you feel free on Facebook, Grindr, wherever you guys are.
Hey, MJ, another is that a Spider-Man pun?
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, I want to get your pick for the top two fights. Okay, we're gonna start with the co-main event, Robertson versus Mackenzie Dern. Okay, which way you going on this one?
I think Dern's gonna do it.
Okay, look at my ass, please. That's my Mackenzie Dern. Good.
I think Dern is. I have never not thought that she's overrated, but I can't help it. I think there's something, and I think this happens with certain people. I think there's something about her that once she got the strap, I feel like it's going to make her move differently now. And I think for some mindsets and mentalities, getting that strap kind of mentally takes you to a next level and kind of validates you. I think certain kind of people, I just always felt like she was oftentimes not quite rising to the occasion and not living up to the hype and what she was supposed to be when she came into the promotion. And I feel like there was always a lot of mental things going on with her and maybe some insecurities, or I don't know. I know it's weird, and it's kind of like I'm talking more about like woo type of stuff than actual technique and attributes and stuff. But I just have a feeling, and I may be very wrong, I have a feeling that once she was like adorned with that strap, she's like, oh, I'm here now. I got my Infinity Stone. Like, I'm a champion now. And I just feel like she's been carrying herself different and acting different. And I kind of think she's going in there with like a different, like, you know how Pereira, I talk about it all the time. I feel like Pereira got as deep as he did in his career because of aura and because of the way he carried himself and went into his fights, and his opponents felt that. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. I like Jillian. I hope Jillian wins. But I kind of feel like I think that Mackenzie Dern is very unlikable. I can't stand her.
Me too.
But I just think that it's done something to her and that she's going to be quite a force now.
Okay. Maybe I'm picking with my fan predictions, but I'm going Jillian. Yeah, I'm going to go Jillian on this one. I really would love to see Canada. The last Canadian champion was GSP, right? And was he the only, right? I mean, out of Canadian champions out there, I think GSP is the only one I could think of, right? Jillian Robinson would be the first female Canadian champion. A lot of pressure, and she's looked so good lately. And it's so crazy because Jillian, I thought, was going to get booted out of the UFC with the way she had a little bit of a skid where I was like, maybe she's not that good. And all of a sudden, her and Dean Thomas, I don't know, it's crazy. They've put something together like a black and white cookie. And you ever do you like a black and white cookie? If so, which side do you eat first?
What? Are we talking about Oreos, or is this like a new invention?
Wait, you don't know what a black and white cookie is?
That's like the name of it? Like that's the brand name?
Yeah. Black and white cookie. Wait.
I've never heard of that.
Hold on. Black and white cookie. I'm talking to.
I thought they were just keeping Jillian Roberts around for the kids, like because she looks like the heat miser.
Yeah, it's weird. She's like, if from afar she's good looking, then as you get closer, it's like your vision gets more clear, and you're like, oh, maybe not. Okay, black and white cookie. I put just black and white. Hold on, you've never seen it. You probably once you see it, maybe you call it something different.
I wonder if they don't have it. Oh no, we're on the same coast, huh?
On the East Coast is where I used to frequent having this. You ready for this? Let me see. Have you ever seen this? The black and white cookie.
Oh, that looks like an abomination.
Wait, you've never had
What is that?
You've never had the black and white cookie.
That doesn't even look like food.
So half is vanilla, half is chocolate. Very simple cookie. It's kind of like a pastry. If you look at it, it's got the fluff and one side chocolate, one side vanilla. Now there's like a divide. And I want to know actually, this is a great question for the comment section. Okay, if you've indulged in the black and white cookie, which side do you eat first? Some people eat both at the same time. Okay, some
what's
people
driving me crazy?
Yeah.
That they clearly don't know how to make 50-50 lines.
Yeah, it's very difficult to make it perfectly. Yeah, because imagine if you like one side better than the other, and you got that one with the extra vanilla.
That one looks wild. That's actually black.
Oh yeah. There's some that's like African black, and then there's some that's Nigerian.
Like
anyway,
the Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Does it have like the texture of like a? It kind of reminds me of like a moon pie.
Moon pie. I've had moon pies. I haven't had one in years though to think about.
Oh.
The texture. It's basically it's kind of like a cake. It's like the bottom part's kind of like a cake, and then on top you have the icing of vanilla and chocolate on there. And
So it's not even a cookie.
yeah, it's deceiving. It's like a pastry, I would say, but they call it the black and white cookie. You've never had that before. Wow.
I never even seen that.
You've never seen a black and white cookie. Interesting.
I
now
think
we
maybe
need to
Gavin Newsom outlawed them in California.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send you some black and white cookies. So they are pretty good. I would traditionally.
Now, have you had an Oreo?
What's that? No. You know what's funny? The Oreo cookie. Did you know that it releases the same hormone or something in your body that's released when you have cocaine? Did you know that?
What?
Yeah, go down that rabbit hole. It's crazy. Oreo cookies, there's something inside human beings. When you consume an Oreo, it's like that like, ooh, and then you want to have another one. It's like the same, it's like a hormone that's released. The same thing if you fucking blow a line of Coke.
But that's like how I feel when I eat French fries. Like,
Maybe.
That's not just the same. Is there something in there that is like in a lot of, like that thing that's in Oreos? Is it also in like some Little Debbie treats and also in donuts? Or is it just Oreos?
I know Oreo specifically has that, you have that response to it, but I'm sure there's got to be other treats that give you that response. I'm sure. But yeah, the Oreo apparently, you know what's funny? I don't like Oreos.
You got to have the triple stuff.
Now, I can eat them. Like, if you put it in front of me, I'm going to be like, all right. But I will not choose the Oreo. If you put a chocolate chip cookie and an Oreo cookie, I got to go the chocolate, especially if it's a soft chocolate chip cookie. I can't.
So
I can't
you like
turn.
the chocolate chip.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Because when I eat the Oreos, I like to discard the chocolate part. I'd like to eat just the frosting. I like to just stack frosting on top of each other, just the white parts.
That's good. So what do? You put the teeth in and scrape it back like a snowplow?
Oh, I could feel it as you're saying it right now. Yeah, I love it. Oh, I love it. Some of them, I think they try to make. I used to do that all the time, especially when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I think they got wise to it, and they know there's a market of people that like to get the white part. So I've noticed they make it easier these days. I could open up an Oreo, and just lift the white part right out.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I'll just chuck and I'll get like 8 of them, just 8 white pieces.
The white is good. Yeah. My wife is a baker now, and it's the worst thing. We were talking about getting into shape. Forget it. She's got her own baking business and this and that. And there's a place called Crumble, a cookie place called Crumble. Have you ever had that?
I hate that place, but yeah.
She's ordering Crumble, right? And mimicking these recipes. Downstairs in my kitchen right now is fucking sheets of her own version of, like, freshly baked, her own version of Crumble. Bro, we would look like the Nutty Professor if we rated that right now. It's like it's a nightmare.
Hers have to be better than crumble. I always tell everyone it tastes like you're eating Play-Doh. It's like fake food.
Yeah,
hers have to be
crumble
better.
little overrated. I agree. And what's the other? There's another one too that's I do believe it's overrated. So she's trying to like alter it a little bit, you know, to kind of make it, you know, a little bit. I don't know. I guess if it's fresh too, it's a whole different ball game. But it's a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. So anyway, I eat the white side.
That is we have the promo code for you. What's the
Can't wait for that to start happening. That'd be nice. Okay, so we're split on the co-main event. All right, the main event. Are we going with the cuck or are we going with Inshallah? All right, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I don't want to get in trouble.
We just lost 3 viewers.
Okay, here we go. Now, life's on the line. Your family your family will be freed from there's a cage full of lions that's going to be released. If you get the prediction wrong, the lions eat your family. Who you picking?
There's only one way to put this pick, and I think if anyone says otherwise, they're lying to themselves.
Oh, no pun intended.
They is that a lay and pray joke?
No, lion. We said lions, and you said lion to themselves. Oh, forget it. Yeah,
we'll cut that out.
Yeah.
I think the obvious answer is Makhachev. Now, can Garry win?
No.
Of course. Was that? Oh. Well, I think so. Here's the thing, with no disrespect to Volkanovski, because they're not even comparable. After seeing what Volkanovski did to Makhachev in the first fight, and by that I mean he beat him. After that first fight, and then we look at Ian Garry and his fighting style and how he's a decision king. And he has no shame and no problem whatsoever with stalling, running, sticking and moving, point fighting. And he has a much longer reach than Volkanovski. And I'm not one that ever really talks about this or cares about this, but whatever. If you want to factor age in there and how he'll be able to keep up maybe at a different pace than Volkanovski with that reach and with the sticking and moving game or whatever. Yes, I think it's possible. So I'm not going to be somebody that if Garry wins, it's like, oh, you're crazy. You said this and that. He was going to die in the first round. It's possible. Garry could win that fight. And there was a part of me that wanted to explore that option and actually pick Garry. Because I think if he wins, wow, what a good pick that would be. Because I think it's possible. And I think I could make some points for it. But I think all logic tells us what's going to happen. We have seen over and over again what tends to happen when the highest type of level grappler just grabs the dude's legs and turns him into a pretzel. And you could call it a boring fight, and you could say all he did was lay there and he took the coward's way out, but oh well, this other world-class fighter couldn't stop him, huh? So I think that it's going to be that simple. I think that having Khabib in his corner, speaking experience and wisdom to him, especially with everything on the line because of all the narratives, I think I'd have to believe that Makhachev is going to be smart enough to not fight like Charles Oliveira and not try to go toe-to-toe with him. He's going to take him down and do what Chamoyev was not able to do against Strickland.
I agree. I love an underdog. And I picked Garry against Shavkat. I picked Garry against Prates. And I've picked Garry almost, actually his entire career. I've always picked Ian. This one, no, I can't do it. All jokes aside, I think that Ian can, like you said, he's so good at squeezing out those decisions. And like you said, there's no shame in his game. He has no problems with doing the rest of his career decisions. Like he says, oh, I need a knockout. Whatever happened to his voice? You notice like in the beginning of his career, he had like an Irish accent. He kind of was like trying to talk like Connor. And now he's like, like he has that. What's that about? Where did that come from?
The wife. The wife. He's been emasculated.
My wife. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like this weird growl that he has. Like you said, can he win? Would I be shocked? No. You know what would shock me? If he knocks out Islam. That would shock me. If he submits Islam. I mean, I shouldn't be shocked. He almost submitted Shavkat. I shouldn't be shocked. But that would shock me. If Ian Garry wins the fight by decision, zero shock. Or fair play. I think Islam's going to get the job done because just like Garry, he did the exact thing with JDM. He was like, I'm not going to be entertaining. I'm going to lay on him. I need to be a double champion. Islam will sacrifice the fight and say, okay, I'm not going to get the finish here. If I have the opportunity to smother this dude, I'm going to do it. Like you said, Khabib in the corner, there is going to be the perfect game plan for the scenario, and he's going to chase around Garry. If Garry could stop those takedowns and keep him at range, yep, he can outpoint him, sure. But I think Islam is going to get the job done and possibly finish him. I think Garry is going to be running for his life like a gazelle. I think it might look like Michael Chandler versus Dan Hooker. I hope it looks like that, to be honest with you. I hope Islam finishes him, to be honest with you, just so it's just like we can put the cuck to bed, you know? Tuck him in. I hope it.
Yeah, his nutritionist will tuck him in once and for all. I think we like the freak show. That's what makes the whole thing worth talking about and watching. But some of the narratives, some of the things, it's like, yeah, we really don't need to hear this one anymore. You're getting kind of annoying.
Yeah.
There's entertaining talk, but then there's really annoying talk, and it's still out for, us to figure out, is he really one of the most annoying people that has ever graced the UFC, or is he fooling everybody? Mm-hmm. And he's playing the heel and he loves it. And like he said, he's pantomiming and he wants to pantomime himself all the way to a title, and he doesn't care. There's no shame. All he wants is the title.
It would be funny if his voice, that wasn't his voice, and like you said, everything was an act. Like he wins the belt and all of a sudden says, I'm kidding. Like he has like a Texas, like, how you all doing? I was just kidding. I'm not even from Ireland. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got a pickup truck outside. Like, I don't know. That would be great. And then I'll be like, okay, cool. Fair play. You fooled all of us. But unfortunately, he's going to get the belt and be like, It's great for us as content creators because if Islam wins, he doesn't really give us much for content, whereas Garry is endless content making fun of the dude. So that's a plus.
Yeah, I think, and I don't know if it's like no surprise. I don't know if Makhachev is like, I'm so used to winning, brother. I'm so humble. I don't even get excited. Like, I kind of like the Fedor thing. I talk about it all the time. I would love if there was like a Grand Prix style and a dude knocks out 6 guys in a row. And then afterwards he's like, I love that. I think that's stone cold when a guy wins and doesn't even celebrate. Yeah. So I kind of like that. But yeah, he kind of doesn't give it up. He doesn't really. It kind of seems like anticlimactic. And it's like after the whole thing, no matter how the fight ends, decision, choke, knockout, he's just like, oh, thank you, brother. We work hard, stay humble. And then you don't see him for 9 months. Garry, there'd be a lot of media. There'd be a lot of talking. Now I hesitate to say entertainment, because is it going to be entertaining or is it going to be really obnoxious and then just insufferable? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm dreading the celebration of a Garry win, but I guess on the bright side, we will get the entertainment of making fun of him some more. Yeah, let me know in the comments section. I'm curious what you guys think about that. But Cowboy Garry would be great, right? What do you think? Like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the rodeo after this. Hey, I'm gonna go fuck my cousin, right? Right? I'm gonna watch my wife get fucked by someone else. You know what I'm saying?